Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Wally, and today we're back at it again. We're going to be going to test out the raid generator link, and we're going to see if everything works just fine as I said it would. So here we are back at the page again. So let's start this bad boy off. So for my test, I'm just going to just do something very simple. I'm going to just pick out champs I didn't use, right? So I'm going to just use Sergala, and I'm gonna use Ultimate Galek. Now, I know I told you guys in a previous video that you guys will see before this video is that there's ways around this you can choose. Like there's multiple good champions here you can choose. I'll say this, right? In the sense of just being smart, choose the beneficial champions that actually got books. So the champs that I said that are good, choose the champions that actually have books. Just to make it more easier, if you fail to remember what I said in the video of who are the good ones and who are the bad choices, I'll make sure in that video to write it down in the comments, not in the comments, but in the description of who's the best, like best option champions, and then who are the worst, and then I'll probably make an order as far as probably as who is the best, all arounder as far as you can choose from this list, and then I'll probably break it down even further as far as who's the best, all around primo code, and then you can see like who are the best options overall, right? So yeah, so if you so make sure to look at the comment section, like look at the description of the video at that point in time. If not in the previous video, I might do it in this one, just so then when you see the other video, you probably won't, there's no need for you to go back to the other video to go look at the description. You just look at this one. So more like I'll just do it here. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just overthinking. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Zergala, and then I'm gonna go with where is he? Ultimate Gaelic. I'm just doing this as a test. So let's see this, and I'm just going to pick someone with some use case ability. I'm gonna go with Marceline Mage. So in this test, like I told you before, I'm still gonna use the chess code, which is Halloween. I'm gonna use the chess code. So even if you pick your primo code, it doesn't lock you into the primo code. So let's say hypothetically, right? I've choose Sun Wu, but for some reason Sun Wu is his link, his primo code is dead, but he's still on the list. That means I can just flip it to whoever. I just gotta look. I just gotta come back here and just look at the list of whoever is there. So don't worry about any of that at all. Just know that you can just pick whoever is available. So don't think like, oh, you're locked in. You can't choose nothing else. No, you can. So regardless if I even pick Monster and Mage, I can put in the Halloween, I can put in the Sun Wukong link, whatever which primo code, I can put in any of those as I want. Doesn't really matter. So you're just pre-selecting now. So yeah. All right. So this is what it is, right? Step one, your starter champion, Sergala. You get 10 experience brews of force because she's force affinity, 100k silver, 1 energy bottle. Of course, second champion, which is Ultimate Gaelic, 100k silver, 10 experience brews in magic, and 1 energy bottle, which you'll get at level 25, which I'm surprised they don't put that there to make sure you know when you're going to get it. And of course, the primo code, which is Marceline Mage, aka Mage Out. You get Marceline Mage and all these rewards at the end once you put it in. So let's click on it. Right, we got it copied. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go to another tab here, right? And then let me make sure, yeah. So let me let this tab finish off, and we're gonna plug in the link. And we're gonna come to a screen like this. So screens will be probably different every other time. It may be different, it may not. Doesn't really matter. So just know that it's going to be what it is. But let's let it wait till it goes. Okay, great. So in this case, it's asking me for a username. All right, we finally got it done. Thank you. God have mercy. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got it going. We got this bad boy going. Hopefully this gets smoother as it goes. Tough little ride, tough little ride. All right, there we go. We gotta get going. We're gonna get going.
A few moments later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally here. This is how the beginning of the game will start off. So, as you guys can see, we have our 4 starter champions right here working together. So, let's get this going. Oh, yes.
I think I'll pass on this one.
Hey, I think he likes you.
Not for long.
All right. Bye-bye.
Well shot! Where did you learn that? Hunting books.
The arbiter cannot bar me forever. You and I will have our day.
Well, we can definitely know by that story right there in a little context. Orcs and high elves don't got a great relationship.
Very well. Take them. I'm glad you're on our side.
It's just one big happy family, mortal. Move along. The sooner we win, the sooner I'm free of you.
Oh, these people so there's so much jerks. You can tell that just like the hatred within just the storytelling between the orcs, the elves, the mortals. Oh my god, there's no love in this room. Now there's no love.
Every dragon has a weak spot. If I can hit it just right.
Yeah. This time he don't got a weak spot because he ate you up. Lord have mercy. He's supposed to be serious. Yeah, he over here joking around. Oh, I love Galek. I love Galek. Oh man. Did nothing. Y'all all got cooked.
I thought these champions may have been the ones, yet it seems I have failed. They were not ready. This task now falls to you.
Yes. So for most of you that are brand new to this game, as you see right here, this is Arbiter. She's playing the helper to your everyday journey of Raid Shadow Legends. She'll be around giving you some advice about how to handle certain parts of the game as you get into the game and trying to learn this overall before she lets you do it on your own. So
I have strength left to restore only one fallen champion to aid you. With their shard remade, they will be bound to your will. But you must choose.
yeah, I'm just giving you guys a nice glimpse of all that storytelling because y'all gotta go through it. So, of course, here you guys are. These are all your 4 starter champions that you can all choose when it comes to playing Raid Shadow Legends. This will only be the only 4 you guys get to choose. So make sure you pick wisely overall, etc. etc. I will explain and break down each of the 4 starting champions in a different video separately for themselves. And this may probably help you pick who is the best starter champion to start your Raid Shadow Legends journey. So let's move on. I will talk about these 4 champions on a later video, probably within the next day or two, so you guys can know who can you choose when you start playing this game. But like I said, amongst this playtest, I'm gonna pick Gaelic. Well, Galek, I always like to say. But yeah, some people may say Gaelic. But yeah. So there we go. First choice. And here we are. We are at our bastion.
From here, you will summon and train champions to fight the Dark One and his shadow. You have chosen your first champion.
right? So now this is your next part of the game. As soon as you get into your bastion, now you're gonna pick another champion. The next champion is always the same one, and it's going to be a dark elf uncommon champion called Sniper. Watch. It's always this champion. It will never change.
Champion with great attack and support skills. Let's head to the campaign map and prepare your champions for their first taste of combat.
Just to let you guys know, she has no support skills, but she does have great tags. All right, so we're gonna go into our first battle in the campaign.
Carrot Castle, seat of King Tabor. I fear that the king and his new
Yeah, y'all go through the story part on your own terms.
11 generations of peace and a peace now once revered as a pillar of just had the king on the orders of the even if it meant
Carrot will not fall.
Right.
This is where you select magic beats spirit, spirit beats force, force beats magic, and void is special. Void champions have no direct weaknesses against other affinities.
Right. So you probably won't hear the audio on your guys' end, but the Arbiter is pretty much breaking down the affinity the affinity branch here. So as you guys can see on the screen, Magic Infinity beats out Spirit Infinity, Spirit Infinity beats out Force Infinity, and Force Infinity beats out Magic Infinity, while Void Infinity right here is not weakened by none of the affinities here, including itself. So understand when it comes to matchups like what you have right here, you see there's a Spirit Infinity champion right here, so you need Magic Affinity. So of course you always start the game with Magic Affinity based champions, and then you got to expand yourself to the other affinities to help you out, be able to get past within campaign and other places in the game.
Rebel YouTube channel.
So of course you got to pick Galek, and of course
Notice
you got to
that
pick
the
Sniper.
leader has an aura skill. These provide special
So-
bonuses to all allied champions in a battle.
Yeah. So as you've seen earlier, the arrow was pointing here. So usually any of your champions that have an aurora, especially in all battles or a particular place that you're battling in, usually you want to put an aurora based champion in the lead for the simple fact of helping your team overall. Like for instance, Galect right here, right? By me putting him in the lead, it increased allies HP in all battles by 15%. So which means you have a little bit more survivability amongst your opponents overall.
The arrows above each enemy's head show how your champions are fitted.
Right. So as you guys can see right here, as the little piece of edit was shown, and also you can change all of these as well. So as you guys can see right here, right, they have little arrows pointing at the champions. These will tell you if your champions are super effective, just neutral, or non-effective. Right now these are just neutral because it's magic versus magic. So we're just gonna go in. Now, of course, if you can look here, if you press and hold on these skills, you can see the abilities and what they do. So the A1 of Galect is an attack one enemy 2 times. On the A2 Hellraiser, attack all enemies. Place a 30% increased speed buff on this champion for 2 turns. And then on the A3 ability, this is a attack 4 times at random, has a 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns, has a 30% chance of placing a 60% decreased debuff for 2 turns if the target has more than 2 debuffs, right? So you ask yourself one simple question, of course, right? How do we use skills when attacking our opponents? Well, I always say this, always use the skill that has less turn meter so you can get back to this, and then for that, always go for the other skill so you give it other times to, get back in time. But there is definitely a rotation, but we're going to go with this skill, the A2. Right? They get to make a turn. So, Sniper's ability. Double shot. Attack one enemy 2 times. Has a extra 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit, fills this champion's turn meter by 15% on each critical hit. So that means pretty much that Sniper here is a fast, damage dealer champion that can get back to herself, get back to her skills, and make more damage output as she goes. So pretty much, you know, you want her to be fast and you want her to really crit so that she can keep coming back to keep doing more damage. And then on her A2 ability, Rain of Arrows, attack all enemies 2 times, has a 10% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed debuff for 1 turn. So this is pretty okay for what it is, especially early on in the game and what you would like. So because we're able to attack all enemies and these are low health, we're gonna go with the A2 here. And boom, we drop him down. Now we face another enemy. Now, as you guys can see, we're super effective against this one right here, and we're neutral effective here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with the A2 here, and hopefully it hits her and this target, because of course this is a random attack. And that knocked her out. And we're gonna go here. We hit this guy 2 times. Didn't finish though. Alright. That dropped our speed and stunned her. As you guys can see, when you're looking at this, this also has a counter to let you know how long it will be before you can actually use your moves again. We use the A1. That's pretty simple. And we're right back. So, of course, I can use my A2 skill again for collect. And, of course, I'm going to use it. Crash him. Right? Got a little bit of health. And hit with the A1. Boom. So, pretty simple. And, of course, for reward, you always get some silver and a gear in campaign. For most cases, other cases it will be shards, other cases it will be champions, depending on if they have champions in that chapter, which usually they do. So right, of course, we're gonna click on it.
Campaign levels drop artifacts, and here's your first. Artifacts are
Right, so she's talking. So right here, as you guys can see, you can click on the artifact when you get one, and then you can see the stats that it has. Of course, this right here is just the main stat of the weapon, which is always going to be attack as the main stat. But because it has no substat, never, ever, other than the tutorial, invest in common gear because there is no substats under these. Do not invest. It will be a waste of your silver. Never.
along with special items.
Right, and then let's go back to the Bastion because we're in story mode.
Champion collection, and
Right, we're in
this is
champion.
where you can view all champions under your control. Each
Right.
champion can equip up to 6 artifacts.
Right. So of course, like Arbiter was saying, each champion has artifact slots that you can fill to gear up your champions. Right now, what they're pointing to is the weapon artifact. Next to it is the helmet artifact. After that is the shield artifact. Below this is the glove artifact, chest plates, and boots. And under these are accessories that we will talk about later down the stretch. Of course, let's take that and let's equip this weapon to Gleg.
See that? Your artifact has already strengthened this champion.
Right. So you got to use artifacts to strengthen your champions
Return
to be able to do more damage and to have more survivability overall and to survive these battles. So we're going to go to the round 2, and I believe after this we'll be able to be done with the story. So yeah, but let's do this, right? So we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to go with the A2, knock her out. Right? He'll go with the A1 here. And just be mindful, don't ultimately waste the your 8, like don't ultimately waste your starting champion skills knowing that there's only one target and then you're about to use this. Just use your A1 because it's unlimited. So like for instance, you see this, we only have one target. I'm not gonna use my A2 skill on this one target alone. So I'm gonna just keep it on just one target alone. So I'm gonna just keep it on the A1, call it a day. Right, now we're here on the next round. Do this. Nice. And since we got 2 targets to open, now I go for this. Boom. And then drop. End of story. And now we're like level 2.
You'll get full energy, gems, and sometimes you'll even unlock new features.
Right. So, as you heard, well, as you guys can see, or as you guys can detail, every single time you level up in this game, it will restore your energy to full max, and at the same time it will also give you bonus energy for that. So for instance, right here, as you guys can see, as I'm level 2, they increased the max to +3. So at the time, as you guys seen early on the screen, if you was paying attention, I had 18 energy. Now my max is 21 energy, but since they refilled and everything else, and plus add extra on top of it. And plus now I got +5 gems for the extra reward of reaching this new level stage. So let's keep going.
And here are your rewards from battle.
Right. And of course we got the helmet, and now we're going back to Bastion. And now we're going back in here.
Artifacts can be equipped individually, but come in sets of 2 or 4. Equipping full sets can give you huge stat boosts, special abilities, or add special...
Right. So as Arbiter was just explaining on my end, so there's a thing that we call stats over sets, or just sets over stats, to be honest with you. Yeah. So pretty much you can pretty much do either or in this game. Most people would do stats over sets early in game versus sets over stats, for the simple fact that you're trying to reach a goal of getting the max potential stats for your champion regardless of the gear. Now, in most cases, if you get the right gear, then you're able to quote unquote use stats over sets at that point, because in most cases you're not going to get the best of gear early on in the game as you want. So, things to consider overall. But we're done. We are done here. And for most of you that also know, we're now in the Alice Avengers event, aka the Alice Chase. And this is the most beautiful thing I get to see. We get Savage gear. The only thing is I just hope these Savage gears are actually good, because as we all know, RNG is a B. Literally. The RNG is a B. But yeah, you definitely get some decent solid stuff here. So now that we're done with this whole thing, and yeah, we're pretty much done with this whole thing. Now we can start moving around on free pace. And as you start this game, you will get the silver pack. This is a new addition that Plarium now does as well, where they give you 7 million silver straight up. They should have gave you 10 million. I'm gonna cap to you. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They should have gave you 10. Yeah, Plarium, you should have gave them 10. Should have gave them more, knowing how fast you can spend. But you claim the free gift, and now they put you on a day-to-day. It takes 5 days, but for some reason they tell you you can consider collecting this in 51 plus weeks for whatever reasons. But let's collect it. Take our 2 million, right? Of course, daily, almost every day of the week. Every day you're gonna get a mystery shard. And then, of course, you're going to get every week you will get an ancient shard. At this point, they pretty much lowered the limit of just making this early. But yeah. And then, of course, every other thing you can do in buying and purchasing stuff in this game. But nonetheless. And, of course, here you go. You get these daily mini packs. There's like at least 2 to 3 in rotation of different packs that they give you in the game. But yeah, we're going to collect that. And of course, they're going to be in the box here. But first things first, as you guys see, we get some free stuff. So we got this free weapons and shield from offense set. And then, of course, we're taking these 4 magic brews. Right. Let's see here. Of course, we just got into the first day of the game. So let's collect our first daily, our first day 1 to be exact, 20k silver. And of course, the 30-day you'll get the good and strong term meter manipulation champion High Katoon, which is a great epic champion you're gonna get early in game after your first 30 days of playing. So definitely do not food her, because I've heard horror stories, and Lord, I don't know how people even consider like fooding like a upper champion other than a certain few. I just don't understand. But let's keep going. So surprisingly enough, Raid has upgraded the market, and I'm guessing they've now changed the ruling of how quick, because usually you have to wait till level 18. They make it open for you now more than ever, which is interesting. And okay, yeah, they make it quickly open. So here you go. There's a mystery shard. We're gonna collect that ASAP. And of course, there's some gear here. Now we don't really need nothing here because these are 1s, 2s, and 3s. But that's 2s. But we're only looking to push now for 4 and up. 4 stars gear and up. So from here on out, 4-star gears and up. Of course, you can buy a new slot and get them open. But as you buy, this is silver to gems, silver to gems, silver to gems. That's like the rotation every single time. So like, for instance, let me buy this slot. That's 2,000. So of course, oh yeah, so I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is another extra 20k. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, right? So, right now they're gonna ask you for gems. I thought it was back and forth, but okay. So that's pretty much it. You got 2 slots you can buy for your silver, pretty much for free, and of course you need gems to do this. Which will take you some time, which won't take you really that much, but yeah. So of course, so the market now is free. You don't have to wait until level 18 now. So that's what usually you have to wait. Of course, the clan shop will be open as soon as you join a guild. Token trader will be open at level 15. The bazaar will be open at level 35, and then the altars of the soul will be open at level 42, which are all the same except for the token trader, because I thought that was free. But okay, no, none the case. Right? All right, they constantly keep throwing the packs like no one, like someone's supposed to care, which I don't. And let's start here. Right, and voila, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Zorgala, you got your energy potions, you got your force brew potions, and then you got your 100k silver. And as you guys can see, you can wait for 99 days until you collect it. So for instance, I don't know if this is for sure, but I believe like when you're doing like a champion chase, like which is around the corner, if you wait until then and then you pop this, you get points for that. So yeah, that's something you should consider. I'm gonna take the 25k silver now, and I'm gonna take the rest of these. I'm gonna keep the 2 million silver in here and the champion in here because I'm gonna take a screenshot of this later, and then of course I'll pick it up afterwards. So that's done. But so and now that we've reached level 3, here we are, the apprentice pass. So let's get in here. So yeah, I'm just move this faster. Let's get this over with. So here we are in apprentice pass. So pretty much what you're gonna do is you're gonna have daily challenges and apprentice challenges to move this bar up to get you these rewards on top, and also if you pay, you get the rewards at the bottom, right? And just to let you guys know, within the timing of doing this, you got 3 weeks and 3 days to acquire to get paid Wreck the Draft. And of course, here are the battles you have to do every single day. Win a campaign battle, win a campaign battle 3 times, win a campaign battle 5 times, upgrade an artifact or an accessory. Right? And then here's more goals overall as far as whoever your starter champion is. Whoever your starter champion is, it's going to always be the same thing here. Let's go back to rewards, and then voila. So let's go here real quick. So these are some goals, some awards that you're going to be doing anyways in the game that you should want to follow and, you know, do, because you're pretty much going to need to do all this just for your starter champion. So I would very much so do these to make this more faster and make this more effortless. 5 per day is only going to get you like a couple of once, because like 20, right, is going to get you over like once per time. This is 15, so this is going to get you on the bracket faster and more resources faster. So let's collect the lifesteal gear here first, which gives you all 6 5-star gears of each one. So let's look at this real quick. So as you guys know, Wreck the Draft is one of the many champions on the website, as you guys know, and she's pretty much free with the promo code or with you just adding her to the link. So technically, you don't even have to pick Wreck the Draft from the list to get her, if you're willing to pay. It's only if you're willing to pay. If you're willing to pay, then yeah, you don't need to pick her off the list. But if you're not willing to pay because you're not sure if you want to pay in the game, then of course, well, hey, then she's just gonna sit there and you're just gonna be like, well, hopefully I get her in shards, which you will be able to get a chance to get her in shards, right? But look at this. So pretty much for the basic plot of just cracking it open and gaining rewards as you go, the minimal is $15. But if you buy 25, then you get the advanced path and jump to 10 levels. So pretty much the moment you buy it, and then you'll jump right here. You'll jump right here at this point right here. So then that takes only 25, which is only $10 more aka 10 levels. So pretty much each level is getting you, each level costs $1 a piece. All right, that's what they're saying. Each level costs you $1 a piece. Let's be real here. I don't think so. 500k silver is worth $1 in raid value. I don't think so. You know, most of this in some cases are not equal to $1. Some of this are, but not to the degree. I mean, I don't know. I have to look and see, like, if I had a, I'm gonna look and see, like, through all this, is this worth $10? If does this outbeat $10 as far as getting the first 10 levels, and then you just pushing it every single day until you get Rector Draft for this value, or if it's just more beneficial to just do 15. Personally, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's beneficial to do 15, but if you're talking about just rushing it faster to get the resources ASAP, it might be valuable depending on how these all calculate, but I will talk about that in a different video and bring that knowledge to you on a later video. So let's not worry about that. But let's put it like this, right? So at the top, everything that you see here is going to pretty much help your starter champion, because a lot of this is focused on your starter champion, since your starter champion is a magic based champion. And since they're a rare based champion, these rare books will help them overall, right? Rare skill tomes. These books are used to upgrade your champion's skills, so then there's lesser cooldown and they build up more damage, right? And of course, you're gonna need these to enlighten your champions, to ascend your champions, I may say. I said enlighten. I'm thinking about a different game. But yeah, to ascend your champions, you're gonna need these potions to ascend them. Of course, you're gonna need the brews to level them up. Silver, of course, for everything else. Multi-battles to pretty much put everything on auto, which I cannot wait until Plarium put in these multi-battles on the back scenes, because I just make things way more easier. Chickens, of course, and etc, etc. Now, everything here at the bottom, for most cases, this is to actually help out Rector Draft. A lot of this is for Rector Draft, as you guys can see. She's a force-based affinity champion. A lot of these, chickens right here, of course, you can help your starter champion with those. Most cases not. 6-star gear, multi-battle, more chickens. Epic books that will more likely go to Rector Draft, because she is an epic-based champion, as you guys can see right there. And then, of course, all these other things. So definitely, these help out Rector a lot in a lot of cases, or any force-based champion you have. Like, for instance, Zorgala's force-based champion. This can help her out too. So that's just a little quick one right there. But let's make sure that I get you guys in here real quick. So first things first, of course, here is the Plarium Points Program, or PPP, right? And no, I'm not linking this back to the PPP loan. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. But here is the warm-up card. Plarium recently added this, like last year, a couple of months back, where now the first epic champion you get is Morag through this right here. So of course you get some 250 energy, 25 gems, 150k silver, 150 multi-battles, 10 brews out of this chest, which you don't know which one you're gonna get, and then of course 1 epic book. And then of course once you extend yourself to 400 of Plarium points, then you get Morag, and you get Morag in the game, which is a nice free epic for you guys. And she's gonna be a great epic because she has a lot of great skills that come along with her. I'll break her down later on as well. And again, pretty much how you well, let me go back. How you extend in this is pretty much payments. That's how it is. This is why the Plarium Points program is in here. You can naturally gain this through here, of course. So as you guys can see here, you guys can go on this tracker and it gives you a bunch of Plarium points right here. Well, not a bunch, but it gives you a little. And this in total is, this is 6, 8, this is 9 total points. You get more in the quest once you reach the advanced quest, which I don't know why they don't bother putting some right here, but that's just Plarium being smart, I guess, in their own way. To the quick part here, let me get to the part that we're all looking for, and that is the Primo code. So let's put this in here, right? So like I said, I'm gonna go with Halloween. Boom, I got the mystery chest. If you're wondering why I went with this, like I said, I'm just doing this for a test and not planning on making a real account out of this. This is just me explaining to you a simple tutorial of the game, and then etc etc. So that's all there is to it. But like I said, I'll collect these later as I pretty much use this and put this in a thumbnail overall. But yeah. And here we are, the mystery chest. Let's see what it is inside. And as you guys can see, you have 6 days to crack this open, so you can't wait. But it is said that more likely, well, this diamond chest, that's what they call it, this more likely pops out a champion more than anything else. I hope that's the case, but let's see what happens. No problem. But let me look at some of the stuff that they gave us here. And this Savage gear is not all that great. I mean, attack, of course, plat. I guess the only thing here is accuracy, but everything else is just, yeah. Let's look at this lifesteal gear. Oh, okay, that's great. Speed and crit, that's lovely on that weapon. I'll take the accuracy, but if it rolls anywhere else, then it's not as great, personally. I'll take the crit damage, but if it lands on the resistance, no. Ooh, this will probably be good somewhere else, but not on Gallek, ultimately. Okay, this is solid. This is actually good all around. I can take a piece of each. Oh, nice. Speed boots. Okay, these roll somewhat quite well. So, yeah, you want to make sure that these gears actually roll well, because the RNGs in this chest is suck. Sadly, usually where Alice would be in this chase, this would technically be a shaman. You usually get this champion at the start of the game, right? Shaman. For the first 7 days. But she's not the one you really care about. You care about the epic lifesteal gear that comes with her, because that gear is actually the greatest gear you'll get at the start of the game. Sadly enough, it sucks because you don't get those, and this is why I somewhat hated the Apprentice Pass lifesteal gear, because usually those are not that great. Luckily enough, we got lucky, so it is what it is. But for right now, this is going to be the video. I'm not going to extend this any more further, because literally we already like almost an hour in, and yeah, so I'm going to keep this short, and it's about to go night. So I need to hurry up before these games become, you know, radioactive as far as changing the gameplay of, you know, switching to the next day, and I have not finished my gameplay at all. So with that said, thanks you everybody for joining me on this little tutorial. I'm going to keep the tutorial going, and this tutorial count will stay up just to help me explain the game piece by piece the next few days. So much love to everybody. See you guys next time. Peace.